All right, so a few things happened today. The new Festival Pass came out, and it looks like they extended the main season by about another month-ish. And what that means is they've gone ahead and bumped the amount of XP that all of the missions give. So usually what happens every single season, and it's the reason I need to keep remaking this video on my channel, is that every single BR season, they have to adjust how much XP Save the World missions give based on the length of the season. You see, if it's a longer season, we get less XP per mission because they don't want us to cap out the Battle Pass right away. That makes sense. Nobody's happy about it when we get less XP per mission, but if you've got 3 months to do it, you'll live, you'll get there. Honestly, if you just play Save the World casually, doing almost anything, you should fill out your pass. I have not been streaming much at all, and I'm leveled 67, which is just kind of nice. You know, like I've been playing this game just a little bit with you guys on camera, on stream, and that's just where I've gotten. I'm gonna give a quick crash course on how to get XP in Save the World. I assume most of my regular viewers know, but when you run any mission in Save the World at all, you will get Battle Pass XP. It does not matter what rarity it is, meaning that one of the best missions we'll talk about is Fight the Storm and Encampments. You can just run a Stonewood Encampments mission and get the exact same amount of XP as if you were in Twine. The other way is quests. Your daily quest will give you 10,000 Battle Pass XP. I have 3 stacked up because, as mentioned, I haven't been playing as much. Every single day you log in, you can get a new quest. It'll save 3 of them, and then if you don't start completing these quests, you will lose them. So I don't personally mind that as a very endgame player who's been focusing on his personal life, but if you are looking to get lots of course, gold and X-ray tickets as well, on top of Battle Pass XP, you want to do these. And the quests are not affected by those daily limits, so you can also get them from war games, and just scroll through here, there are lots of sources of Battle Pass XP. Sounded like mom was knocking on my door, I'm not sure. So that is basically what all of this means. When you run missions, you get a base amount of XP. Sometimes there's a number of bonuses depending on how fast you did it. Some missions are 2-parters, like Ride the Lightning right here. You have the first quest of defend it for like 3 minutes, and then the second one I think is 4. Maybe I have that flipped. That's what these are. You get like, yeah, I think it's 3 minutes, and then 4 minutes, and then the total, if you do the badges, plus a speedrun bonus, gives you this number in gray at the end. And then this is just an approximation. I know that my ad is kind of covering it, but you can check out the spreadsheet link down below. If you do file, make a copy, you can make your own spreadsheet, because I guesstimate that you can complete all of these quests this quickly. I know a 5-minute encampments mission might seem impossible, but that's easy for 2 reasons. One, I have a guide link down below that shows you how to make a really good teddy build to get through it quickly. It's an old video, but all of that information is perfectly fine. And then 2, I'm recommending you run these in Stonewood. If you're just trying to grind XP ASAP as possible, I recommend going to the lower zones. If you just want to play the game normally, queuing the highest power level that you can, honestly, it's all good. Like you'll get it no problem. And then your XP per minute, and then after cap. So nowadays we don't really have a hard cap. We just have a reduced slowdown. So it's like 80% less. After you hit the cap of 40 levels in a week, you'll just get 20% of that. So you'll still be earning some, it just won't be as much, which is pretty much all of that coming down to the update. It's literally the exact same missions if you compare in the exact same order. And I think this is gonna be the same. So this is the nerd stuff section you're supposed to ignore. Nowadays, instead of retooling all of the different values every single season, Epic has, honestly, I thought they were doing this already, finally adjusted it so it's just a multiplier. We now have a base amount of XP that is stuff nerds know. And then Archer said the multiplier for this season is 1.4. So Archer has huge credit, by the way, for plugging in all these numbers. I don't even get to do these numbers anymore. I wake up to a ping, and the man who doesn't sleep is like, yo, I got it. So if you want to support Archer with his creator code, Archer_uwu, give him a purchase or 2. You are, encouraged to do so. Obviously, if you want to support me, code Mista is always there. I'm just saying. Support whoever you want. We get 5% of your purchase in real life dollars. So it's an excellent way to financially support us while just buying the cosmetics you all know and enjoy. So that's it. That's basically the new lineup of missions. I don't think this list is going to change. I still think I'm going to make this video every season because I'll be frank, you guys watch it. I thought I wouldn't have to make this video every single season, but it always gets enough views to justify the effort. The monetization is there. Like, you guys clearly want this, and if you want me to re-explain how to earn Battle Pass XP every time, I got you. I can do that. I can do the same thing 1,800 times. Just check the daily videos. I'm here for you. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. I'm here for you. So, yeah. Anyway, the other part of this video is the update notes. If you have been keeping up with things, you only need to know that power level in this game now cares about your, let's see, where do they put it? Weapon schematics. There you go. Thank you for watching. So to update everybody, there was a change recently so that your power rating in the top left no longer just factors Survivor Squads. It does. You want to max these out the same as you always have. My old video covering Survivor Squads is still there and it's still relevant. They took out the research tab. This is supposed to be gone. Lars is supposed to be away from us, but it's currently back for a bug. It's not something you can interact with. I think if you level up any of these, it just doesn't work. None of these buttons should be functional, and Epic does know that. They noted that in the post. It also takes into account your 3 highest weapons in your backpack. Myself and Archer, we talked to Epic. We disagree with this. A lot of people do, because while item dropping is no longer a thing in the main game, it was for a very, very long time. Virtually everybody has or has been offered an overleveled weapon. So almost everybody has an inflated level unless you already have your own 144s. So we figured it shouldn't really factor the backpack. Epic half agreed, and now it takes in your 3 highest schematics as well, which means if you had some leveled up weapons in your backpack and you didn't have your schematics to match, some of you might have experienced a power rating drop. I don't think that's a big deal. It might be annoying, but well, you know, you were underleveled. Now you get the joy of leveling up your weapons. That might sound condescending, but I love that shit. I love it. I love having an underleveled weapon and a literal number telling me, hey, good job. I love leveling up weapons. I think that should be a motivation for everybody. There are squirrels going crazy today. It is so rewarding to make your weapon stronger. If you want to get a better experience and save the world, and you want to be stronger versus the enemies you're fighting, leveling up your weapons is like the most direct path to do that, because you might not be aware of this, but there's one more thing your power rating factors, and it's your hero loadout. So you can level up your heroes, but which heroes you're using is significantly more important than what power rating they are. I can prove this, and some of you might know where I'm going with this. So my stuff is leveled up here, so it's not going to be a perfect point, but if you're using Buckshot Raptor, you will crit harder. What level he is almost irrelevant. Now, you do need to level up a hero to a certain level to unlock their commander perk. I think it's 3-star. Don't even quote me on that. My point is, once you get that 3rd star, though, if you're critting for 225% more damage, leveling him up will not make your shotgun hit harder. Leveling up your shotgun will make your shotgun hit harder. So that's just a rough example of why it doesn't really matter what level your heroes are. The stronger your weapons are, the stronger you are, okay? Even if your power rating went down, it might not even make a difference in game. The other thing I wanted to mention is, you guys might know this from my recent video, I was in the middle of a completely separate topic, and I noticed during our Flame Grill only run, I had unwittingly used a non-leveled power-based Nox and didn't notice. My wall's healed. My floor is healed. Nobody even noticed. The reason I completely forgot about this is because I'm a founder and I have some of the reskins. So I had always used power-based Penny just because you can't get her normally. She's functionally identical. I cannot make this clear enough. For those of you who enjoy exclusivity and you like rare stuff, I'm sorry you can't get her anymore, but literally a support hero. I did not notice. So yeah, my power rating might have gone up a little bit here. In fact, if I switch back, you'll see my power rating went down 2 power rating. I went from 144 to 142 for almost no difference. Now, while my weapons won't do more damage, having leveled up heroes does make a difference. In fact, if you go back to their stats here, your health, your shield, how fast it regens, all of this will change. Your hero ability damage, meaning yes, we got the job done with power-based Nox not even leveled up, but if I had dropped a Plasma Pulse or a Rosie or Bull Rush or whatever else they got going on, that would have done slightly more damage by having this character in support. Now, your support heroes make very little difference, and that's one of the reasons I don't love this change. I've said this directly to Epic. I don't feel like the support heroes and their superchargers should affect your power rating at all. I feel like they should stop getting tracked at 130 because it's really your commander where you want to spend your superchargers. That is where I've complained in the past that they are extending the grind of long-term players by several years, because we have invested our hero superchargers correctly into the commanders we use, and I've only upgraded the supports for my most common support heroes, like Eternal Wanderer. That double sprint stamina and that double space is just so addicting. Once you have double stamina, oh, it's so hard to go back. So yeah, it's just kind of a hero I figure it makes sense to supercharge, but normally you shouldn't even bother. Normally, like, you know, Fumble's gonna do what Fumble's gonna do. You don't need him to be supercharged. You will never notice the difference. So that affecting our power rating bugs me a lot. Now, I'm going to read this real quick, but you're going to note that I basically covered everything. You know, howdy y'all, updating everybody on your feedback for this is how we now calculate your power rating. And then with this, we added your schematics on top of that. So there you go. It'll select the top 3 highest rated weapons across both sources. That part wasn't clear to me. So if you have 1 really high level schematic and 2 really high level weapons in your backpack, those are the 3 that it calculates. I don't see how that matters. I think you should just make your best weapons better anyway, but it's good to know. And then in case you missed it, Ventures remains unchanged and we'll continue using the previous power rating calculation, so it shouldn't matter at all. Then we've got some bug fixes. Wall launcher traps should be functioning now. The mantling hurtling sound effect volume has been adjusted. Some abilities could be repeatedly activated on cooldown. I noticed this in dungeons when I tried a shockwave several times, ran out of energy, and nothing happened. Interact reload will no longer fail when a weapon mag is not fully loaded. There you go. Hotwire's overcharge perk now consistently triggers lightning damage when swinging. That's a big deal. You want your new heroes to function. Ancient launcher still seems to be, yep, it's a known issue, so I'm getting ahead of myself. Inspecting certain heroes in the manage screen will no longer result in missing head textures. Love that. No more bald heroes. And then I'm not going to read through every single known issue. There we go. Here's a nice screenshot where my ad is not covering it. So if you want to pick up Advanced CG, you're more than welcome to. Link down below. In fact, I'll even give a little shout out here. Using code Beast, it is, I don't actually know if you use points or whatever, but picked up the new Beast Shaker. Enjoy. And these are things that Epic is aware of and hopefully working on. So that's it. There's a little XP and update overview. Thank you guys for watching. I want to go nurse a tummy hurty, and you guys just have a wonderful day, okay? Just have a wonderful day.